Now, I will say that this was a teachable moment for me in this time period. It taught me to relish in the idea of not having things be perfect. And I'm also grateful because I know that hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people didn't make it from this. So, guys, I got a story for you today. I want to share with you a personal story about how my well being was basically compromised. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm your virtual mentor, Izzy, here to teach you everything that I know about finance, well being, and productivity. So, basically, after the 10 power laws, you guys didn't see a video after that. And especially last week, I didn't post a video, and that's because something happened to me, and that was I caught COVID. And I don't want to say I caught it. I tested for it, and it was detected in my system. After 2 negative tests, I finally got a test that said I was positive. And I want to kind of share with you guys where I was at mentally, what happened during that time, and where I'm at and what space I am now. Basically, the week that I was shooting the videos to go out, I was at work, and the very next day, we found out that a coworker had COVID. He tested positive on a Monday. That Tuesday, he was out. So they texted us and told us that we had to get tested that Saturday. So up until that Saturday, I was feeling fine. I was feeling magnificent. Everything was going smoothly. Got tested that Saturday morning, and I thought everything was fine. It was a rapid test. Everything that said I was negative within 10 minutes of me taking the test. But that following Monday night, my throat kind of got scratchy. I was, feeling a little bit under the weather, but it wasn't enough for me to say I'm not going to call in to work. That very next day, as predicted, I ended up getting sick out of nowhere. I was actually at work. I was fine until I got to work. And this was the next week, by the way, not the week that he tested positive. I said, hey, I would feel a lot more comfortable if I went and got tested again. Everybody tested negative, including me at this time, but I was feeling sick. So I go to get tested. Within 10 to 15 minutes of getting tested, I was negative. So I'm feeling relieved, and I'm like, okay, I can go back to work. The next day, which was Wednesday, I definitely felt better. It just felt like I just felt extremely better and couldn't explain it. Whatever I was feeling just went away. Now, mind you, I had aches and things like that, so I suspected that I maybe had flu at the time, but regardless, it went away the very next day, or so I thought. I decided, okay, I got an at-home test by then, and I did that the morning of. Dropped it off at FedEx, and that one was the PCR test, so that does take a little bit longer. I kid you not, the very next day, Thursday, I felt like a sack of bricks hit me everywhere. I felt everything. The clothes on my skin just felt like it was very painful. It was mainly all in my back area. Now, peep this. The Thursday before I got the first test, I had a neck injury. I caught a cramp in my neck that really hurt me bad. Still hurts me to this day, but it felt like it was that, but it felt way worse. Then I had a headache, and I was unable to move. So I called my supervisor and I said, hey, normally I would fight this kind of sickness, but I can't move. I can't move at all. I can't come into work. I can't, and I normally don't call off work. I went out, bought me all this stuff because I'm like, I'm going to fight this, and I'm pretty resilient. So if I can just have some tea and things like that to make me better, I'll do that. I'll get that, and, we'll fight this sickness. So I do that, and I take my temperature. My temperature is very normal. I'm at 98.5, so no worries. I don't feel like I have COVID at this point. I don't, and basically all of my senses are there. I just have a stuffy nose. Well, fought that, and the very next day, which was that Friday, I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit better. We're still a little bit, but I'm equating that to my neck injury. Um, but it didn't hit me, and mind you, I was still feeling sick, but I was nowhere near I was the day before. That night, Friday night, I got in the shower again, and I was going to get some pizza. And so I sprayed my cologne. I sprayed my night cologne, my out cologne. I know I can smell this because I know what it smells like. But I'm like, I can't smell this. So I immediately go to my mom and I say, "Hey mom, could you do me a favor? Do you smell anything?" And she was like, "Yeah, it smells like you put on some cologne." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to alarm you, mom, but I don't have any smell." And she was like, "Oh no, that's just allergies." Because my mom, she doesn't like to think the worst, even though she does think the worst sometimes. But when it comes to us, she does not like to think the worst. So I go to sleep that night, and the very next day, I wake up and I get the test results from my PCR test, and it says that COVID was detected in your system. So it's more than likely you have SARS-CoV-2. So I said, "Oh, dang." Gotta say, that wasn't the part that I was pretty upset about. Um, because I figured, it's a respiratory disease. At some point in time, it has to come in contact with a couple people. As much as I hate to think about it like that, but you know, for the most part, all of the symptoms and all of the sickness has gone away. What really brought me down was the fact that I had to stay in my room for days. And normally, I'm a person that likes to stay in the house and things like that. I don't really go out. But when it just seems like when I was forced to, like when I was really forced to stay inside, it just kind of took my happiness away, I should say. On top of that, I was researching on how to get my smell back because yeah, I can't smell anything. So just imagine if you've never lost your sense of smell, just imagine that you're walking around and something's burning and you can't smell it. Like I said, I I wear my cologne because I like to smell it. I like to smell nice. And the fact that I couldn't smell that. And then I learned that it could take weeks to recover your smell. And from what I've read, not a lot of people have recovered their smell or it came back in the worst way. So, yeah, that kind of brought me down. And to top it off, I like to eat. I like food. I love everything about food, including the flavor. But because I can't really smell what I'm eating, the taste is kind of like not there. And it has improved over the last few days. But for the most part, I have my basic senses of taste. I can taste when things are sweet, sour, hot. I can taste. But for the most part, it's not the same as if I had the sense of smell because I learned in this time that smell and taste kind of go together. So with that said, as of this video, I still cannot smell. It sounds like my nose is stuffy, but it's far from it. I can breathe. I can breathe just fine. I don't know why my nose is making me sound like this, but that really brought my spirits down. I was in a bad place more mentally than I was physically. And not being able to smell, I'm not going to lie to you, I've been doing everything to try to keep my spirits up. I've been doing everything to try to get back to where I was. I still try to smell things, hoping that the smell would recover. And I know it will. I know it will. It just sucks. Okay. It really sucks. And I didn't realize like how much it affected me. But don't worry, Freedom Frugalers. I'm back. If you guys can tolerate the nasally tone, then I will continue to do these videos. And once my smell comes back, I will definitely have a video in more spirits. I've done more videos since this video, so you will see another video on Friday and in the weeks to come. I've shot all the videos that I needed to take me through all of these. I've been doing nothing but writing scripts. I've even tried to make some music based on how I was feeling. Okay, so I'm in good spirits. It's just that this sucks. I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. And I know it's something as trivial as smell, but you really don't realize what you got until it's missing. And I guarantee you, once I get my sense of smell back, I'm going to smell any and everything, good or bad. But that's all I have for this video. I wish this was a more upbeat video, but the rest of my videos will be upbeat. Continue to watch them. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you caught COVID and how is it making you feel. We can talk about it amongst each other. But if you have any other topics that you would like me to cover that regards finance, productivity, and well-being, I'm happy to see those below as well. I've been Izzy, your virtual mentor, asking you guys to pray for me. And until next time, peace.